Hello, everyone. Welcome, everybody, to Eagle Chat. Today, we're going to be talking about tutoring in our academic success centers. My name is Jana Weiss. I'm the Student Life Coordinator for Global Online. And I'm here today with Amanda Guerrero, who is the Director for Academic Support. And she is over all the different tutoring centers and academic success centers. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you, Jana. We're really excited to be here with you guys, and welcome back, students. For those of you who have been with us before, if you're new to HCC, we're so happy that you've chosen Houston City College to pursue your educational journey, and we're here to partner with you for that. So, as Jana mentioned, my name is Amanda. I oversee our academic success centers, some of our digital access centers, and all of our real-time tutoring options at HCC. I'm going to go through a brief slide presentation that we typically do to give information to students when we come and do class visits. But the majority of our conversation will be more question and answer type thing. So without further ado, let's see here if it'll just go through this. All right. So welcome. Our goal is to introduce you to tutoring and talk a little bit more about how you can partner with us for your success. At HCC, we talk a lot about coming and getting help early and often. This is really important in the tutoring world. Each week that passes by in a course typically is a building block for the upcoming week. So if you're, say, in a algebra class and you're starting to find that you're missing out on some of the concepts from weeks 2 or 3, but you don't start getting help until weeks 4, 5, and 6, that's a lot of catching up that you've got to do. It's best once you start to see the beginning signs of struggle or just not understanding things to start scheduling some tutoring sessions then. And that way the tutor can help you stay on track with your course assignments and your course load. So we've got 3 options at HCC for tutoring. Option 1 is for synchronous video conference tutoring. You can use our virtual academic success center. We utilize Microsoft Teams, just like you guys are on Teams right now attending the Eagle Chat. We've made this really easy for our students. If you take anything else from today's call today, my recommendation is pull out your cell phones right now and program this telephone number into your phone, label it HCC Tutoring. Why? Because you're not going to always remember where you wrote down this telephone number if you're doing it in a notebook, but you always have your cell phone available. So if our telephone number is already in your cell phone, we're only a touch away from getting the help that you need. It's 713-718-8184. You're going to see it highlighted multiple times throughout this presentation because that is one of the most important things that you can do today. So for video conference tutoring, we are available Monday through Thursday from 8 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, on Friday from 8 in the morning until 4 o'clock p.m., and then Saturday from 9 to 3. So if you're looking to schedule a session, just subtract 1 hour from each of those closing times, and that would be the last time that we would take a tutoring appointment for that particular day. So Monday through Thursday, our last appointment would be at 7 o'clock, Friday at 3 o'clock, Saturday at 2 o'clock, and so on. Now, option 2 is for in-person tutoring. We do one-on-one tutoring at our academic success centers. We have 15 academic success centers spread across all of our major college campuses, but don't worry if you're not close to one of those campuses, you still need tutoring. Virtual is an option for you. The same tutors that are inside the academic success centers are also required to be in front of a computer with a webcam so that they can handle and take any virtual sessions that come their direction too. It's the same telephone number to call if you want to schedule an in-person tutoring session, or you can stop by. Now, what I will say about stopping by or dropping in, the hours kind of vary by location, and so do the subjects. So you might want to check the link that I have here, which is hccs.edu/find-a-tutor, to see what the tutoring schedule might be like at that location. Now, without an appointment, you also stand the chance of the tutor who's working at that time, they may be scheduled for an appointment, so you might have to wait. in an event like that, just bring work for you to work on while you're waiting for that person to become available. Your best bet is to call the number and schedule an appointment. Now, option 3, HCC also offers asynchronous tutoring. Asynchronous means it's not real time, and that's through Upswing. So hccs.upswing.io is your link to getting to the Upswing system. They have a wonderful video at the bottom of their screen explaining how Upswing works. All submissions are typically returned within about 24 hours. So basically you have an assignment or a paper and you want some feedback, so you upload it, and a faculty tutor will review it, provide you some notes on how you can improve your writing or whatever have you, and get that back to you. I personally believe that Upswing is a wonderful option for writing assignments in STEM areas where you need immediate feedback in order to progress. Options 1 and 2 are going to be your best bets. Now, locations. I mentioned before, we have 15 district-wide locations, and this is a map of the metropolitan Houston area. You can see everywhere there's a red dot, we have an academic success center. Alief-Bissonnette, we actually have a digital access center, but we do provide tutoring in very basic areas of writing and mathematics at Alief-Bissonnette. We have Alief-Hayes, Coleman Central, Eastside, Felix Fraga, Missouri City, North Forest, Northeast, North Line, South, Spring Branch, Stafford, West Loop, Katy, and of course virtual. We are working to refill tutors at Felix Fraga in North Forest right now. Our tutors work on a semester by semester basis. Sometimes they are peer tutors, so they're also taking classes, and oftentimes they are also faculty tutors, which means they're teaching classes. So our schedules are dependent upon class schedules in terms of availability of our tutors, if that makes sense. So occasionally, even though you see the location here, if it's one of our smaller sites, there's a possibility that we might have to be refilling a position depending on course loads. So you might be curious as to what our students have to say about the services that they receive. So every student who comes for tutoring, they get an invite through Outlook. And at the bottom, there is a link to a survey. This is a voluntary survey. Our students don't have to take it, but we appreciate when they do because it helps us understand what we're doing well and also the areas for opportunity. And that helps me decide what training topics we might cover in our tutor training program. So this is feedback based on over 4,000 voluntary student responses. 96% of our students feel better prepared to succeed in the courses that they receive tutoring in. 81, almost 82% of our students rated their tutoring experience as outstanding. 97% of our students felt that the tutor met or exceeded their expectations in being prepared for their session. And 89% felt that the tutor customized their tutoring session to meet their learning needs. 95% believe that the tutor listens to them and understands their concerns. So good feedback. If you're curious as to the subjects that we're tutoring the most in, mathematics, both developmental mathematics and mathematics are one of our front runners. Now, English and writing. So any assignment that you have, regardless of subject area, whether it's a psychology paper or even a lab report in a biology class, if there's a writing component, you can bring those writing components to one of our tutoring sessions with one of our English or writing tutors, and they will tutor you in that. The information is captured under the subject that you're coming in for. So we do a lot of writing tutoring that's not shown in this particular graph because it falls under whatever subject that paper or that assignment came to. This is a really good depiction of the success rates of students who come for tutoring versus students in those same courses who are not coming for tutoring. And this was based on a study that we did back in the fall of 2024. So you can see the gold bar represents the students who come for tutoring, like in biology or EDUC class, English, history, and so on. And then the orange one represents the students who did not come for tutoring. So just by a brief visual, you can see that those who come for tutoring tend to have higher success rates in terms of grades A, Bs, and Cs than their counterparts who are not coming for tutoring. In our area, a lot of times there's confusion about what tutors are supposed to be doing versus what they cannot be doing. And so we find it very helpful to provide this information to our students and to our faculty members. So our English and writing tutors will help make notes and comments throughout a student's paper. They help them understand what they can improve upon or what needs to be corrected and how to make those necessary changes. Oftentimes, they'll point you in the direction of a resource that helps. Let's say they see a pattern on how you use a semicolon and it's not the proper way. They may connect you to a resource that helps you build that skill. They'll ask questions to our students to help them think through their ideas. They provide resources to help them become better readers and writers. Oftentimes you might see our English tutors kind of sitting on their hands because the person who's making the notes, the person who's doing, is the person who is learning. So it's not uncommon for them to want you to make the notes as they're talking you through these things. What English tutors do not do is they do not grade or correct a student's work. We are not an editing service. We will not do the work for the student, and we will not give you guys ideas of what you should write about. Our math and science tutors, they help students understand where they may have become lost on a problem. They're very good at explaining math concepts, which the students might be confused about, but has already been covered in class. They solve similar types of problems. If you were to bring a homework assignment, the tutor will more than likely remix those problems to solve similar types of problems, because the item that if you're submitting for a grade, the tutor's not supposed to be working directly on that work with you. That should be the student's work. Our math and science tutors do not grade students' work, and they do not solve problems for the students. They're very well versed with the lockdown browser and how that all works. So, and what constitutes a quiz, test, or homework assignment. But again, they're there to help you understand how you can solve your problems that you're given in your homework assignments, quizzes, and tests. We offer student success workshops. This was our offering for the fall 2025. The Eagle Chat, what we're doing right now, is one of those workshops. We have seen, and I need to update this chart because I think within the first 5 workshops in our last semester, we exceeded over 500 student attendees. So these are catching on like wildfire. You can see though that the topics are really diverse. We have how to win at math, learn how to learn, which is identifying your specific ways that you learn best, navigating the AI landscape, test-taking strategies, academic essay structures, remembering what you read, resiliency and bouncing back. We usually offer that right after midterms. Effective communication with your professors. Sometimes students are afraid to talk to their teachers. We actually have a workshop that helps you with that. And then things like stress management, items like that. Since our generic flyer talks a little bit more about who we are, if you wanted to scan that QR code, it would take you to our tutoring schedules for this semester. If you're ever interested in becoming a tutor, you can review what we have available on our website. It's hccs.edu/tutoring. At the very bottom, there's a link to become a tutor, and these are your contacts. So George Opara manages Central and Coleman, Juanita Martinez, all of our Southeast and Southwest colleges, Patrick Teo, Northeast and Northwest. This is how to connect with us. Again, my best piece of advice, save this number into your contacts. But we've gone over all of these options with you already. What questions do you guys have?
Feel free to
Hi.
unmute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Leo. I'm learning level 3 just now, and I'm lazy classes. I just want to know how to improve my English through the tutor, and if this slide can you share me with the email?
I'm sorry, Leo, can you please ask the question again? I understood that you would like the slides. I know that you all have access to these recordings. But what was your other question?
I want to improve my English. If
Awesome.
there, if there
Yeah.
have some helps for us.
Sure, absolutely. We have ESOL tutors, English as a second language tutors. Just call that telephone number and you can get connected with somebody who can help you. But I commend you for wanting to improve, and you will. Just be patient with yourself and put the work in, right? And give us a
Yeah,
call.
appreciate. Thank you.
Absolutely. What other questions do you have?
No, just it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Jana, was there anything that you wanted to ask? Oh, it looks like Paola might have a question. Go ahead,
Hello,
Paola.
my name is Paula. I'm from Jacqueline Roach class, and I would like to know if we have access to the recording from this conversation.
Yes. Jana, I
Uh,
think you're on.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. In the chat, I put a link. We do record all of these workshops and put them up on the Student Life YouTube page. I posted that in the link. It just takes me a few days to get them up.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sometimes our students ask questions about what topics we have available for tutoring. So I'm going to briefly walk you guys through something really quickly. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if I go hccs.edu, I'm just going to go directly to our main page. And this probably looks very familiar to you guys. If you were to go into the search function and just type in tutoring, we are the very first option right here, tutoring services. So this is our website. We usually will post announcements at the very top about like if we're going to be closed on January 19th, we'll be closed on February 16th as well. You can link into the tutoring schedules right here. You can see all of our tutoring workshops here. We do have a little brief video here that gives you an overview of tutoring. And then some more information down below. Similar to that second or third slide, the three options for tutoring are provided here with the telephone number, what tutors can do versus what they cannot do. Our actual locations with room numbers are provided here as well. And then the link to getting to Upswing is also provided here. Now, if you scroll down a little bit further, we do offer resources for Microsoft Teams to help you if you're wanting to do virtual session. It's not a problem. At the very bottom down here, you have a link into Upswing, a link into the tutoring schedules. We do have a link into tutoring resources. I can show you that in a minute. The link to become a tutor, if you need to connect back to the virtual lobby, our library resources, any information about if you don't have access to technology, we have these digital access centers. There are 10 that you're welcome to come and use. And then more information about our locations, and there is a skills assessment. But let me take you into the tutoring schedules. So when you click into the tutoring schedules, this is our Find a Tutor link. It's a database. Some people find it a little complicated how to navigate, so I want to show this to you. You can either click I want real-time tutoring to see what the real-time tutoring options schedules are, or I want online tutoring through Upswing, and that will take you back to the Upswing main page. But if you click here, you can sort the list by college, or you can sort the list by subject. So let's say I attend at the Katy campus, and I want to see what are all of the tutoring options at Northwest. So here you'll see all of the subjects, the campus, the location, the room number, the hours, the start and the end times, any additional notes, the supervisor, and then again, that same telephone number I'm asking you guys to program into your phone. So if I sort this by campus location, you could see that we have, this is all that we're offering at the Ailey Hayes campus, for example. We have accounting, banking, business management, economics. Again, the room number looks like the schedule needs to be updated, but biology, we're offering Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday from 5 to 8, and then Saturday 9 to 3. You could see that's just general biology, but you might need anatomy and physiology. So here are the timeframes we're offering that: microbiology, chemistry, engineering, all of the courses that fall within, our English area, communications, EDUC, ESOL, INRW. Our general lab hours of when we're open at that location. The different math levels that we cover. Some of our tutors only go up to Cal 1, some go to Cal 2, some go to Cal 3, some cover all levels of mathematics. But that's listed out here. And this is alphabetically because I sorted the list by campus, and then the subjects will be provided pretty much alphabetically. So you can see that the list goes on, and then it switches over here to Katie. And then you can navigate with these little arrows in the bottom of the screen. So this is page 1 of 3 for all of the tutoring that we are offering at the Northwest College. So there's lots going on at Katie here. You can see the subjects here, computer science. This is all of the courses within computer science at Katie that we're providing. Now, just because you see a schedule at a particular location, that also means that that tutor who's working at that time is available for virtual sessions too. So economics, it's a lot of subjects that we cover. We try our best to gather as many subjects that are offered through HCC. Sometimes there are workforce programs and things like that that you just want to call the number and check and see what we might have that's available in Spring Branch and so on. If you're wanting to say you're interested in looking at all of the biology tutoring across the whole system, then I just typed in biology as a subject and you'll see Central, Northwest, all this Northwest, Southeast, Southwest, and then virtual, where we're offering it at. So if a tutor is not available at the time that you need at the location you need, you might need to be flexible to the location or the modality, things like that. Paola, I think you had another question. Go ahead.
Yes, for example, if I need help with my essay, so I need English writing tutor. How long do they
Tutor you?
like how long I have to wait for them to respond me
Well,
if it's virtual?
yeah, if you call,
How
yeah, all you need to do is call that telephone number, and our lab assistant, we can warm transfer you, connect you with a tutor right away, or we'll schedule a session for you at the time that's most convenient for you. So if you need help, just call the telephone number and we'll get you connected. You can have a tutoring session pretty much immediately. Writing is a pretty, we offer a lot of writing tutoring. You can see here, all these campus locations.
okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so it's not a problem. Good question though. What else do you guys have? Here's the link for the upcoming workshops. If you were interested in registering for other workshops, this is what we're offering here in January. This is the very first of our series. We have effective note-taking methods coming up tomorrow, how to win at math next week. And I actually run this one, the metacognition, learn how to learn. It's a really good workshop if you're trying to hone in on what your study skills are and how you can process and retain information. And then you'll see we have more coming up in February, and the links to register are on this website as well. So we've gone over the schedules, we've gone over the workshops. Oh, I'm gonna show you this. This is really, really cool. If you go under tutor resources at the very bottom of the page, that will link you to something that we call our LibGuides. And what's really unique about this is that we have style guides and templates. A lot of students don't know about this. The style guides and templates, let's say you're required to write a paper in APA style. There are templates that you can use through like OWL Purdue, MLA style. There are other templates that you can use. The templates help you with formatting your paper and plugging in the information so that, you know, it kind of helps take some of that guesswork out for you, and it helps you focus more on the content. Now, that's not very common that professors ask for you to use Turbian Chicago style, but there is resources linked here for that. There are other resources that we have here. We're constantly evolving our LibGuides. We try to identify subject areas. So if you imagine like walking into a center and seeing a document tree that has all these different resources, we've basically taken that and converted it into an electronic format for you guys so that you can link up here. This is not just a resource for tutors to access, it's a resource for students too. So chemistry, this is kind of neat because we have various YouTube reteaching of certain concepts. Like Dr. Hybrecht, he's the one that had put this together for us, and he's identified some of the most common things that students struggle with, like chemistry and measurements, matter and energy, atoms, nuclear chemistry, and then he's provided YouTube videos reteaching those topics. Kind of like the Khan Academy-ish, but that one's for chemistry. He has linked to Chemistry Khan Academy here as well. But there's lots of different things that you can click in, and the writing process, various ways that you can, brainstorm, and resources there for you. It may look a little overwhelming when you first get in there, but if you're just going by subject, then it's fine. What other questions might you guys have?
Thank you for your time. Thank you, Amanda, for coming and talking to us today and teaching us all about tutoring. We appreciate it. And thank you for your time, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
We don't have any other questions for Mrs. Guerrero.